Welcome back to Masculine Scrapping. Today we are working on the Granary Burial Grounds and the old, I think it's called the old North House, part of the Boston Freedom Trail. And I do want to get some bricks into this as well, so I'm going to make sure that they work into this side piece here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and just start by cutting them. So remember, it's 2 bricks thick, so I'm just going to cut a slot that's 2 bricks thick, and we'll set it over there, and we're going to make sure that it fits in some way. Yeah, good. Okay. Again, all designed in Cricut Design Studio. Was able to pull these images off the internet and draw them with the writing feature, and then the pictures. So the Granary Burial Ground sign. This is the Paul Revere marker. So a picture of Paul Revere on his horse. This is Benjamin Franklin, and then of course the old State House here, which I drew there. I chose these letters here just because I thought it looked interesting on the side. In some ways, writing was very important in this revolution. So we'll just work on putting it together. I'm going to start by putting down the border on this side, and you'll notice there are 3 little holes at the top of this. Well, maybe you will when I pull it down. That was cut out from some other project, but I just thought it looked kind of cool. And it's kind of hard to see, but right here, three little dots. Did I get that on straight? Yep. And then several layering elements here just to help it stand out. So we'll put these photographs down first. Again, notice here another hole left over from another project, but I don't like to waste paper, and so you'll see that when the photos are down, it's covered up and you can't see it. So it doesn't matter. Overlapping the photos here. Part of this was to create some extra space on the page, but also, oops, I wanted to cover a sign that was in the picture that I thought didn't look quite right. So this corner covers that. Reason I put a border on this is that it's going to overlap this drawing, which is a little busy, and so sometimes if you have a busy item and you're trying to put a photo right on top of it, it's hard to see where the photo ends, and so putting the matting behind the photo helps to create definition for that photo. So I think that that's important. You'll see here what I'm talking about in a second, if I can get this up. So I'm going to put that there, double matting, but see here, this thin little line helps to create a border on that, which I think is helpful. Statue of Benjamin Franklin. There we go. So you can see how much space this takes up on there, with a lot of blank space. And I normally don't leave a lot of blank space, but on this project there is some, and the background paper has a slight pattern in it, so I thought I'm just going to leave it and let's see how it turns out, and I feel pretty comfortable with it. There we go. Okay, let's work on the other side now. I think I'm going to put this together first, then we will work on the borders. Again, the picture is going to go on top of the photographs. All of this design in Cricut Design Space, cut out with my Cricut maker, or in this case also drawn. I use the pen feature when the details are a little too small or thin or detailed to use the cut feature. Sometimes it's just way too thin. I'm going to re-center this one to line up with this other piece. There we go. You can see the back of this paper is really floral. I don't use a whole bunch of florals, and so when I can use the more neutral sides, I do. There we go. So that looks pretty good. Again, you can see that's where some of that paper came from on that border, but that was the back side to that. So, all right, let's see what we can do here. How much space do I have? I'll have quite a bit of space. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do a torn edge border on this, and I don't always do this online for you to see. Always use some tool to get it up and bent a little bit. You got to press down hard on the tearing tool or it moves, and keep pressure right where you're tearing, and I always tear in just little pieces. And I like this paper that has like the white core, because you can see there how that really kind of stands out. And then let's just put that right there. There we go. So again, these bricks will be on the Freedom Trail items. I did this once before on a trip I took to Boston several years ago. Use the bricks to highlight these are sites on the Freedom Trail. So you will continue to see that. And if you see here, my options are to put that brown right on the edge, or to pull it in a bit and give a little bit of that purple showing, which is what I think I'm going to do. I think I like having a little more of that background paper show through. Just creates a little bit more interest on the page. Okay, now, yeah, see, that fits there perfectly. Okay, so now all the tabs on this, any place where it looks like it could be a little weak, get some tape. Alright, there we go. Using my cut photograph to do the press down, that helps to keep there to be from smearing fingerprints and smudges. So here we go, the Granary Burial Ground and the old State House, part of the Freedom Trail. Hope you've enjoyed watching this one. Love to see your projects. Take care.